Hello everyone, welcome back to the Astronomican, the Eternal Crusade show. First off, congratulations to DeviantArtZio and Shabazz Bakari for winning the Wordbearers Omnibus giveaway. Check your YouTube messages because I've sent you an email on how to claim that prize. So anyway, the playable Eldar craftworlds have been announced, so let's take a little bit of time to talk about what they're all about. Eldar are similar in appearance to humans, although they are generally taller, faster, thinner, have pointy ears and more sharp features. They are very similar to the elves of human folklore, kind of Lord of the Rings style elves, that kind of thing. At the height of their power, the Eldar controlled a large portion of the galaxy and enjoyed being the most advanced and dominant race at that time. Due to the Eldar experiencing emotion to a much higher degree than other life forms, their society actually started to decay as many vices rose up. The Seers and the Seer Council at the time warned that this path of pleasure-seeking by the Eldar would lead to ruin. Because an Eldar spirit is reborn into a new body upon death, it means that one individual can live countless lives and nearly renders Eldar immortal. This near immortality, crumpled with the fact that they were living a very pleasure-seeking lifestyle with doing little of any real substantial work or labour, meant that the Eldar civilization started to decay. In the latter days of that Eldar civilization, cults started to form devoted to exploring exotic knowledge, physical pleasures, and even more outrageous forms of entertainment such as torture cults. Due to the Eldar having powerful psychic abilities, this lust for this pleasure-seeking lifestyle and these vices actually started to create over a period of time powerful negative energy in the warp. This growing mass of negative psychic energy eventually gave consciousness unto itself and gave birth to the chaos god Slaanesh, the devourer of souls and the doom of the Eldar. The psychic power of Slaanesh's birth tore all the Eldar souls within 1,000 light years of it, only sparing those who were in the Wraithbone-hulled craftworlds. In fact, Slaanesh's birth was so powerful that it tore a hole between the physical realm and the immaterium and plunged all the Eldar homeworlds into the warp, and this actual area of space is now known as the Eye of Terror. Since that time, which is known as the Fall of the Eldar, many of the Eldar are pretty much broken and scattered. They lack political cohesion and any sense of true purpose. There are some Eldar who have went to a more primitive way of life. They are known as Exodites, while the others live on craftworlds, which are colossal nomad fleets independent from each other. So let's talk a little bit about the craftworlds that have been announced. First up is craftworld Uthway. Now Uthway was actually caught in the Eye of Terror, and due to this proximity is actually under constant alert from the attack of Chaos forces. Due to this actual proximity, they actually have an unusually high amount of Psykers and Warlocks there, and they actually lack Aspect Warriors but have a special militia known as the Black Guardians, who are more skilled and better trained than other Guardians in the Eldar. Next is Samhan. Now the craftworld of Samhan is actually one of the first craftworlds to abandon the old Eldar homeworlds when the Farseers originally warned about the fall of the Eldar coming. They actually heeded the Farseers' warning and as such have spent quite a lot of time being isolated from other Eldar. They actually have a reputation of being quite barbaric and often have conflicts with other Eldar craftworlds. They actually do maintain contact with Exodite colonies. They are well known for their fierce warriors and their sense of honour. Next is craftworld Iyanden. Now Iyanden was once one of the most largest and most prosperous craftworlds that the Eldar had left. However, they barely survived an attack by a Tyranid hive. Now the Tyranids actually nearly destroyed the craftworld, and the craftworld was actually only saved by the exiled Prince Uriel. Now Uriel came back and basically beat back the Tyranids, and because of their low population numbers, craftworld Iyanden actually uses a very high number of things like Wraith Lords and Wraith Guards. And last is the Baal Tan. Now the Baal Tan craftworld are actually the most martial and the most aggressive of the old craftworlds. They have made the decision to reforge the Eldar Empire anew. The Bealtan favour the way of the warrior, and they have a very strong honour code. It is in fact better to a Bealtan warrior to die in battle fighting the enemies of the craft world rather than any other form of death. Now, as you probably well know by now, I myself am going to be rolling an Eldar when the Eternal Crusade comes out. I'm not quite sure which craft world I'm going to go with. I'm torn between Samhan and Bealtan. I'm not quite sure which yet. I will probably read into them a bit more, trying to find out as much lore as I can about each, and then make my decision, and we'll see what happens. So that's it for this episode of the Astronomican. Thank you so much for watching. Do like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I will see you next time.